Good morning, y'all. Welcome back to the kitchen. It is breakfast time. It's Saturday. It is raining. It's going to be a long day. But I am doing a nice breakfast this morning. It's packed with lots of nutrition. So we're going to do quite a few things this morning. So once again, if you're in it for the long haul with me, um, we're going to eat. And we're going to get a nice juice in this morning as well. All right, so what I'm doing today, I'm doing some nice red potatoes. We're going to put those in the air fryer. So we're going to have some home fries. My hair is down today. And we're also going to do some vegan eggs. But for our meat substitute, we're going to do portobello mushrooms this morning. They're already taking a little bath here. You know how I do. Put them in with a little bit of vinegar and water and some baking soda to get that nice bubbling action to clean them up real good. And then we're going to do a nice green smoothie this morning. So that's breakfast, guys. So let's get to cooking because we got a lot to chop and a lot to do. Please forgive my background noise because hubby's outside washing the vehicle. It just stopped raining, so he's trying to get a quick little wash in. It looks like we might be done for today. We'll see, but whatever. It's Florida, so. All right, so what we're gonna do, we got some nice red potatoes. Look how pretty they are. So we're gonna chop these up really good, and we're gonna season them, and we're gonna toss them right in our little air fryer over here, and get us some nice home fries today. So let's get to chopping. And sometimes I leave a little bit of skin on. I don't go crazy with it. I just try to make sure that they're seasoned real good, they're clean. We don't have all the extra little debris flying around in there. And of course, get out the little eyes, as the old folks call it, little eyes on my potatoes. So what I typically do is I just, score my knife around them just to see if there's anything that I need to take off that I don't want to eat. But I do like to leave the skin on. Home fries is just, it's not a traditional home fry without a little bit of skin on it. So we're going to get some seasoning on here and get them nice and juicy and crispy and golden. Man, these are going to be good. I typically like the red potatoes. Now I like my white potato, and I love sweet potato. Now I've done this with sweet potatoes before too. But the red potato tends to cook up really, really nice when you're doing it in an air fryer or in the oven if you don't have an air fryer. See these little things here? Just scoring these out. I don't want to eat that. So just, giving a little manicure to the potato. All right. Just to pivot here for a second. These, as the old folks call them, the little eyes, these are roots starting. I will tell you, when I first started my sweet potatoes some years ago, I used just this right here. And they sprouted up some nice sweet potatoes. Like I said in one of my previous videos, my harvest was destroyed because these little flies, I don't know what they were. They started on the leaves. I saw them on the back, and I did a little mix of, I forget what it was, like a little soapy water mix. And that took care of them, but they came back with a vengeance. Like, we calling our cousins in, we coming to get these potatoes, and they destroyed that, my peppers, everything, man. So hopefully we can get that going again. And I actually started them in a pot. Those sweet potatoes got to be about this size, and I wish we could have got a nice harvest off of them, but that you live and learn, right? So we'll see. But anyway, the red potatoes, I like these because they taste better for some reason in the air fryer than the traditional potato. So I do like the golden Yukons as well when I can get them. Sometimes those are hard to get. But if you saw my video on that twice baked potato, my Idaho potato is number one. Man, that potato was so delicious. I really didn't even want to eat the rest of my food. Oof, honey, I have to do that again. That was nice. But it's a potato kind of day. That's what we're doing. Potatoes are comforting too. It's a good comfort food. That's why people eat French fries and all kind of. It's the starch. That's what it is. But as long as you do it in moderation, it's not that bad, right? So I'm gonna keep chopping these up, and I'm just giving just little cubes. That's all. I got the stove on, so I won't bring you over just yet. But just little cubes. That's what we're doing. Not too big, not too little. Now for this meal, I did 4 potatoes. Some were medium, some small. Just trying to clear out my pantry here so my produce doesn't go bad. So I was like, I'll just do these potatoes. See what we can do with this here. All right, so we're on the last piece here. I'll go ahead and get that done. All right, nice. All right, so they're already in cold water because I did give them a bath before I started the video. So now I'm just gonna take them, run them through the cold water, because you can see it's a little cloudy in there, you know. So I'm gonna rinse these off, give them a little bit of seasoning. Typically what I season these with, if you haven't seen it before, I just use a little bit of grapeseed oil so they don't stick to my the bottom grill pan in my air fryer, and then just a little bit of complete, a little bit of garlic powder, of course some black pepper, and pop those babies in there. I do like 20 to 25 minutes depending on the crispiness, and that's how I do my potatoes. So give me 1 second. Give these a quick little rinse, and while I'm over here, I'm also gonna rinse off my mushrooms. Get that vinegar and baking soda water off of them. They've had a nice little bath, so they're nice and clean now. It's good to do this just for the sake of just cleaning your produce, but also if you're dealing with anything that has like grills and like mushrooms or grooves in it, you want to make sure, because you didn't grow it, you don't know the conditions in which they were harvested. You want to make sure you don't have all that little dirt and debris that gets trapped inside of there, you know. Okay, take me a little paper towel here because I'm going to blot those. When we get ready to saute these mushrooms, I don't want them popping all over the place because they're soaking wet, you know. So we want to make sure that we take care not to pop ourselves today. No popping in the kitchen today. Let me grab my grapeseed oil. I thought I had left it out, but I didn't. So carry you guys with me. All right, so we're going to go ahead and season our lovely potatoes. And in case you didn't know what I was seasoning with, complete video. And let me get my black pepper down. Hello, black pepper. So we are going to toss in some black pepper with our complete. Now you can season your potatoes however you want. I just do a little dash around, and then, you know, once you get your hands in there and mix everything around, everything will get coated, you know. And typically I like a little bit of ketchup on the side, so you don't have to get too salt crazy, because remember, your ketchup probably has some salt in it, unless you're doing a no sugar, no salt type of ketchup, but you get your flavor there. So you don't have to get too crazy on the salt, but the pepper is going on here. I wish I had me some coarse pepper. All right, and just a little drizzle of the grapeseed oil. Excuse me. Ooh, I knew it. It was going to get me. Ooh, excuse me. There it is. Let me grab. Oh, here. Let's do this. I don't need gloves today. This is all right. I'm not that particular on the texture. Sometimes it gets me. Like, I am not touching that. I need my gloves. This isn't too bad. I wish you could smell these potatoes. They smell cooked already. And all I did was just some complete and black pepper. That's it. I didn't go with the onion powder and garlic powder today. I just wanted just the seasoning on here. Gosh, this smells so good. All right, so we're gonna drop these in our pan for our air fryer. I like to do my potatoes first because they need time to cook. Everything else is a quick saute or a quick this or a quick that. But look how coated our lovely potatoes are. Everything has some nice seasoning on them. They're nice and coated. My hands are too. We're gonna drop these right on in here. Now, if you want, there's some little juice left in the bottom. If you want to take that and just run it across your potatoes, you can. I don't like to pour it in here because it makes a little tackiness once you get ready to clean your air fryer out, and I don't like all that stuff on the bottom. So I just run it across my hand real quick and do it that way versus just making such a big mess when I don't have to. Give my hands a little wash here. All right. Now, look at those beautiful potatoes before we drop them in our air fryer. Yes. All right, and they're going in. Now, there's a potato setting for fries on my air fryer. So what I like to do is put it on the potato setting, okay? So it's on fries. It's already set for 400, right? So we're gonna leave it there. It says 20 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and start it because that 20 minutes might be all right because I did cut them kind of small. But if it's not, you just pop it back in for another 5 or whatever and cook it to your crispiness, okay? So the next thing I'm gonna work on is our little mushrooms over here. Let's see what's going on with them. All right. So here they are, my beauties. Little beauties. Yes. They're all nice and clean on the inside. So I have my flat pan ready on a little bit of low heat here because I didn't want it to get too hot. I'm gonna bring you over here so you can see what I'm doing for prepping. Oh, let me get that. We can move this grapeseed oil because we don't need that right now. Actually, we don't need it anymore. Now, I don't have a trash bowl up here, but I'm getting ready to start one because I think I need one. I foresee an issue getting ready to happen up here, a little traffic jam. So we're gonna go ahead and get that set up. Let me bring you guys over. Pepper's still in my nose. Hello. I had you perfectly set up over there where I was doing my smoothie work, but that's okay. I'll get you back going. All right. Now, let's get this going. Now for our lovely mushrooms, I want to go ahead and get these dried off really good and seasoned, okay? I'm going to let them marinate just a little bit. And this is going to be my trash bowl now because, well, should I start a trash bowl? Not yet. Let's not do that just yet because I'm going to use this to marinate those. Now, what I would like to do with these is I want to add a little bit of liquid smoke to them along with my seasoning just to give it a nice little smoky taste. And then we're going to grill those on medium heat on our flat pan, okay? All right, let me get my liquid smoke because we're going to make it nice and smoky in here. If you have not tried liquid smoke, I did this in a veggie burger, and it consisted of just, you know, the base of it was beans and stuff like that, but it gives it a nice taste. This is the liquid smoke that I use. This is Wright's liquid smoke. I don't go crazy with this because, you know, I don't want it to be too smoky. I just want to hit it just a little bit to give it a nice smoky taste, okay? So, as in our other video, let me grab me another napkin, make sure they're really dry. All that extra liquid, see this? I don't want any of that in my saute because I don't want it to interfere with my cooking process here. So we're just gonna make sure they're nice and dry. Ooh, me and that pepper, honey. We love each other, but goodness gracious. Now, also with this, and this is a good idea for a nice Philly steak, a vegan Philly steak or a veggie Philly steak, to go ahead and cook these with some sauteed onions and peppers. So I am going to slice up some onions and peppers with this as well. Okay. All right. So let's get you in view, so we can get a nice little look-see here. Okay. Make sure my baby's nice and dry. If there are any Biggie fans listening, I believe you might be able to hear a little bit outside here. We're going to try to blot that out. Okay. All right. So our nice pretty knife, our lovely portobellos. Now, if you watched my lunch video on my portobello wrap, I'm going to slice these the same way, long way, okay? Same exact way. Look how beautiful these are. Now, if they fall apart, it's okay, because we're not looking for all that. We're going to cook them, so it's okay. They've been through a little rough washing here this morning, so they're probably mad at me, but it's all right. They'll get over it. But look at how pretty that is. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, before I start anything, let me get my fry pan a little bit hot. It's on low right now, but I want it to, as soon as it hit, I want those onions to cook first, and then we're going to toss in everything else that we got going on. All right. Let me give my air fryer a little shake. Those of you that have an air fryer that keeps calling you to say, hey, come shake me, I have one of those. So let me shake up those home fries real quick. If you can hear the sizzle, goodness gracious, they are cooking away, and it smells so good in here. All right, so to our little bellas, we're going to pop them in our bowl. Now this, I will put a glove on because I got liquid smoke and some other things I'm going to season with, so I really don't want that all over my hands here. But what I am going to do is wipe this down here a little bit. Get ready for my onions and peppers here in just a second. So we got it in our little bowl. Let me grab a glove real quick. Lovely, lovely breakfast. All right. So now what we're going to do, I feel like surgery this morning. Our liquid smoke. Now, I'm only going to put a little bit in this cap, okay? Because I do not want this to be all over the place. And literally, like, it's not even all the way to the top. If you can see that, I know it's a dark cap, but that's all we're putting in there. We just want to hit it with a little smoky flavor. That is all. And that's it, okay? So now, to this, we're going to add some complete. Just a sprinkle around. The black pepper, I still have black pepper in my nose, but that's okay. We're going to do the step away. The step away and drop. Get that in there. All right. Next up, I know it has the smoked paprika, liquid smoke, but I'm going to dash just a little bit of smoked paprika on there. And I do mean a little bit. See that? Okay. That's all we're doing to this. We're going to mix this around gently because we don't want them to start breaking apart. All right, just give them a nice little rough around. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of grapeseed oil to make sure that they're coated while they're marinating. And then we're going to chop up those onions and peppers and get that on our flat pan. So if you're watching, that's it right there. Because remember, our flat pan has already, well, I want to call it pre-glazed. I did put a little bit of grapeseed oil on there already, just to get that ready for grilling these or sauteing these onions and peppers. All right, so you will see that these are nice and coated. See the seasoning on them? Everybody has a little bit of something on them, okay? So we're just roughing them around a little bit. This smells outstanding, y'all. Okay. All right, so that's it for that. Now, I am going to get started on these onions and peppers. Well, I got a little trash corner. We'll work with that for right now. When I empty that bowl, that'll be my trash bowl. So I'm going to do these with some white onions and green pepper. I like to get all of my pepper off of here, okay? We pay good money for produce, and I don't waste nothing. Speaking of not wasting, I got to cut that pineapple I got over here. And my husband graced me with a nice juicy watermelon. That last one he bought was so good. My God. All right, so let's get these peppers out the way. A little chop, chop, chop. This is music to my ears, man. I love cutting peppers. I swear I do. They're so good. When I make chili, the red peppers, oh, have mercy. My husband don't really care for those too much. They do give some good flavor. And when I make pasta, I like the green and yellow ones. And the orange ones, I can just eat them just raw. They're so sweet to me. I eat all of them. All right, so there we got that. Now I'm gonna move my hair out the way today. I forgot to grab my little scarf here. Now, I'm cutting these long way, but I'm gonna chop them just a little bit more because I do not want chunky onions, but I want some nice size pieces. Okay, so we're gonna do that like that. Okay, now we're gonna move this right on over to our little pan here. And I'll turn you so you can see me go that way. Yep, right there. All right, so here we go. Nice little grill pan action this morning. Okay. Pepper's still in my nose, but that's all right. All right, we got this. Let's move that out the way. And what I'm going to do is swap these out of the way so you can get the close visual of what I'm doing. I think that's fair. All right, so here's another kitchen edition. These are beautiful, aren't they? In my favorite color. Not saying I didn't like the other one, but you know, I like to do things in order. If you could smell the onions and peppers going on in here, my gosh. They smell so delicious. All right, and like I said, I'm doing this on medium heat. Okay, now we don't want to miss out on these mushrooms getting some of this love too. So we're gonna go ahead and, a piece of mushroom right there. We're gonna go ahead and add our mushrooms now. Turn this up just a little bit because I do want these to saute really good, and then I'm gonna turn them down, right? So I'm gonna strategically put these in there so that they can cook together. Everybody needs love. We're gonna show our mushrooms some love this morning. Oh, they smell so good. You'd swear it was something with a little curly tail that say oink oink. Cooking in here this morning. But there's none of that. All right, now, this will be our trash bowl because I got things to work with up here. Now I want to get off my counter. So we're going to move those in there and make that little trash bowl now. Because I got other things to cut up as well. All right, look at this beautiful goodness. Ooh. All right, so we're gonna let them hang out for a little bit. And what I'm gonna do is start on my lovely eggs here. And you've seen my videos before. You know what kind of eggs I'm making. So we have our just egg. I have two little avocado and a half hanging out here because you know we can't have breakfast without that lovely avocado, right? Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and give my onion a wash while these are sweating out here. Get my pan up on some heat. So as soon as I get back, we're gonna drop onions in here, and I'm gonna get another pepper because we finished that one, and we're gonna cut that up in here as well. Get these eggs going. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be good. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna make these with onions today. I don't want to overcrowd the pepper situation. We're gonna do that. We're gonna strategically do that this morning because just egg by itself is so good. And like I said before, I think just egg tastes better than regular eggs. That's just my opinion. You have to try it and see the difference for yourself. But to me, I just think they taste better than regular eggs. So that's just my opinion. All right, this red onion is fighting with me. Okay, but we got that skin off. Took a little elbow grease. Now that I've sneezed, I'll be ready to tear up and cry. But it's a good thing. And we don't need a whole lot, so the rest of this is going in the fridge. Let me mess with this here a little bit. I may be ready to turn that heat down. Let's see. Because I don't want this to cook too crazy. But of course we want it to cook. I might make me some wraps today because I have some more portobellos in there. And you know, I just can't resist them. The day that I made my portobello wrap, I did not make any for my husband because that was just my lunch. I told him about it, but I may have to deliver on that today. We'll see what kind of mood he's in for lunch. But it was so delicious, guys. I swear to you, man. This portobellos, if you have not given them a chance, please, whatever you do, try it once. It's a very good meat substitute. You can do a lot with it. You can do bowls with it. You can do wraps with it. You can do what I'm doing this morning for breakfast. You can pretty much do whatever you want. Okay? So, our oil is getting hot here. We're going to go ahead, get these onions in here. Oh, onions, how I love you so much. I love that you make me cry. Now we're giving these a nice little dice, okay? Good dice. Real good dice. All right, so into the oil you go. Guys, I'll bring you over in just a second so you can see this action. Yeah. Look at that. Talk about a good breakfast. Okay. Now I'm going to turn these down on low because they are fired up over here. What a good looking breakfast this morning. Oh, the onions and pepper. Now I'm rotating these as well while, you know, they're cooking. All right. That's that. Now, come on, just egg. A little shake. A little pour. Trash bowl you go. Now, our just egg, literally a little drizzle. Because remember, it has its own flavor. Like I can't explain it to you. You really just have to dig in and try it for yourself. I took the garlic powder out and I didn't even use it today. We don't need it. So I'm gonna do some black pepper in here. We're going to check on these potatoes as well. Look at the black pepper coming for me. It's coming for me. Man, guys. And I like these, just to pivot for a second, these silicone cookware is so much easier on your nonstick, excuse me, there the pepper, on your nonstick, that it just makes it so much easier to cook with. Um, if you're interested, I'll let you know where I got them. But look at this already. Already, guys. That's just egg. Literally. 60 seconds, you got breakfast. Like I said, they cook up just like regular eggs, so. All right, we're gonna turn these off. Of course, they're gonna continue to still cook, right? So we know that. We have 1 minute on our potatoes, but let's just take a peek. Ooh, look at this. So we're gonna let them continue to cook that last little minute, but let me get out of the shadow. But can you see that? Look how yummy that looks. We got 1 minute left. So now that that's almost done, our portobellos are cooking away. They're almost done. Our just egg is just about done. You guys see this? I'm not left-handed, so please bear with me, guys. Ooh, look at that. I can actually turn that off, and when I turn it off, it's still going to continue to cook. So, as you can see. Look at that. Toss a little bit over, but I hear you're done. The potatoes are done, y'all. Now, that was on 400 in my air fryer for 20 minutes, okay? And that's just on the fry setting. They are potatoes. They're just not French fries, but that was the fry setting time, so I just went with that. But they are done. Okay, so that's that. I'm gonna give these a little toss here. Look at this. Yummy goodness. Y'all see it? It's breakfast today. I see you got away. I'm gonna pick you up here in just a second. All right, look at you. Get off my stove. All right, so let's check on these potatoes and make sure that they are ready to go. Look at that. Ooh, good potatoes. All right, so it's smoothie time. So what I like to do in the morning, you've seen my smoothie videos before. However, if you just want like a spinach juice without all the thickness, what I typically like to do is I'll make a smoothie with just spinach and coconut water, okay? That seems to work really good for me for a actual juice. It doesn't have any lumps or clumps in it. It's just a nice juice, okay? Let me move this out the way. All right, so for our smoothie, bring you a little closer to me so you can see. All right, so our smoothie, I like to take a big cup of ice because, you know, when it's humid or hot, you want that nice juice in the morning. So I use coconut water as my base. My last smoothie you saw, I did the strawberries, bananas, all the other stuff. There is a banana in here, but I want more of a juice texture. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and put my ice in. My lovely coconut water. And I'm gonna take this to about, because I'm not the only one drinking this morning. Not the only one drinking this morning. About 32 ounces. Now I have a whole bag of spinach here, okay? This will not go to waste, so I'm gonna take my lovely spinach, my baby spinach here, and I'm gonna stuff it down in here, okay? I want as much spinach as I can get in here. Now, for those of you that have issues with anemia and you're on iron supplements, honey, drink a glass of this in the morning. I'm telling you what I know. Drink a glass of this every morning, and that will fix your iron, okay? I supplement as well, but I've kind of tapered down on my supplement because I don't have to take such a high dose anymore because I drink this juice every single morning, okay? You get quite a bit of iron in 1 cup of spinach juice. I'll tell you, for instance, I know this is a breakfast video. We'll have time to talk, but I'll just say that drink your spinach or kale if you like kale. Kale tends to be a little bit more on a grittier side than spinach. Spinach blends up very smooth in pretty much whatever you put it in, okay? So I just stuff mine down there. I try to get as much as possible in my juice every single morning, okay? And I will tell you, I've seen excellent results in my hemoglobin count, okay? Because I do this every morning. Now, I do drink other juice. You've seen my beet juice video and stuff like that. I do other juices, but this is my primary juice. When I start my day, I start with a green juice because of the iron deficiency, okay? 1 whole banana. That's it, okay? So now we're gonna put that on our blender. Hello. All right, we're gonna lock that baby in. It's gonna get loud, of course, you know. So we're gonna lock that down. All right, turn on and we're gonna blend. Look how beautiful this is. Now, I tend to like blend, but for time's sake, I'm gonna go ahead and just shake this around, give it a little swirl, and show you what this yummy goodness looks like in real time. Look how smooth that is. I won't be greedy because see, I won't share this. And as you pour, it'll settle down, but this is such a lifesaver in the morning. If you want it more of a detox kind of taste, you can squeeze your lemon in here too. It's up to you. But this is what we're drinking this morning with our breakfast, okay? Put the lid on that because I can drink that all by myself. All right, let's see what's going on over here. I'm gonna move this cutting board out the way. I'm gonna put you this way just in case if we get a visitor that walks through the door, who just happens to be my husband. And we're gonna plate up some food this morning. Now, I'm gonna make my plate because he's busy. And then when we're done, I'll get to his, okay? So, my lovely potatoes. You see them. They are nice and cooked. But before we do anything, let me not rock the boat too close. I want y'all to get this look of this view here. Look at our mushrooms. Look at our eggs. Look at our potatoes. Okay? Now, I could be greedy this morning and make me a piece of toast with Ezekiel bread. We'll see how I feel. But we're going to give this a little taste. Now, remember, we got avocado too. So I might skip on that. All right, so we're going to get these potatoes on here. Yum, y'all. Make me want to sing. Some of this just egg here. All right. Whew. Our lovely portobellos. Now I gotta have some of these peppers. So, what's next going on here? Avocado. Can't have breakfast without it. Really can't eat anything without it. Give it a nice little slice. I didn't film last night's dinner. This is half of my avocado I had last night. But we had vegan chicken sandwiches with some french fries. That was dinner. Very simple. Nothing spectacular. It was delicious going down. All right. Now, my plate isn't extravagant, as extravagant as my husband's plate usually is. Because I give him a nice presentation. Me, I don't care. I just eat my food. I mean, I do care, but you know what I'm saying. When you're giving somebody food, you want to make sure it's presented nice. So here's my beautiful plate. But for an aerial view, there she is. Lovely. Okay. Now, of course, I'm going to taste this food for you. Let me get me a fork, honey. Breakfast for me. Oh, I'm going to get just a little bit of ketchup. Okay. Just a little bit. I'm going to have a little bit just for those potatoes. So I use Simply Ketchup by Heinz. Okay. I'm going to put a little bit of that on there. Just a little bit right there in the corner. Just a little bit. And I'm going to taste this lovely food for y'all. These potatoes are hot. Look. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let's get those mushrooms in here. Because look at how yummy they're so hot. I could have put a pinch more, a little bit of salt on there, but look at this. Have mercy. Wait, let me get the ultimate bite here, because I'm getting ready to get out of here. A little bit of everything. And try to fit everything on this fork. Just a little bit of everything. I think I got it. Look, that little bit of mushroom there, potato with egg. Okay. Ooh. Breakfast, y'all. Go make you some breakfast. I'll see y'all in the next video. Let me stop clowning. Have a good day, y'all. Go make you some breakfast. Catch you on the next video.